So welcome back to another episode, and as you can see, I'm still not at home. I'm at the Re-Res studio, and we're on our way to Too Many Games in a few days, and Shane was nice enough to allow us to shoot in his studio, a studio with a lot more production value than what I have. I just love your setup here. It's fucking awesome. Look at these lights. This is great stuff.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. And what we're here to talk about is Shenmue, talk about some of the aftermath of the Shenmue Kickstarter and some of the controversies that have come out from then, and we're going to get into it all. So I just thought I'd say to you, first of all, what was your initial thoughts seeing Shenmue announced as the Kickstarter?
All right, so just before that, right, they announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Final Fantasy VII Remake goes up, and on Twitter I just go, I'll buy Sony stock if they announce Shenmue 3 next. 2 seconds later, I'm calling up my stockbroker. You know what I mean? That's insane. What are the chances?
So it's just before, hey? You put it on Twitter?
Yeah, I just, as a joke, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I just completely out of the blue. The moment I saw the leaves falling,
yeah.
Right, as soon as I saw that, I knew what it was.
Well, the thing for me is, if it was coming from anybody, I think it would be Microsoft, because they had Shenmue 2. They brought Shenmue 2 out back in the day, this copy right here. So Sony just took me off guard. Of all people who was going to say, yeah, we're behind the Kickstarter, it was not Sony. That was the big shock of it. And there was a bit of controversy that's kind of gone on since, is that a lot of people are saying, I'm not backing the Kickstarter because Sony's going to put up all the money. There's a whole rumor where, let me just say, you can check out a bunch of sources. I'll put a link down below to Adam Kurlick's video talking about the controversy about this, but Sony is just doing the advertisement. Yeah. Okay, what else do you want to talk about with that?
Well, I mean, it's really, this is community funded, right? Like, this Kickstarter thing was created to generate interest. And I mean, come on, overnight was the fastest growing Kickstarter game ever.
Yeah.
That's insane, guys.
Didn't something happen, like the servers were kicked off?
Yeah, like I remember the moment Shenmue 3 was announced, okay, for the Kickstarter platform, everyone was rushing to the website as quick as they could, and the servers crashed. Everyone was going, I kept typing it up, I kept searching it. It was insane, man.
It was absolutely crazy.
And that stuff does not happen with every other game. This is the first time, in my knowledge, that's ever happened on Kickstarter.
So the money is going towards the game. Don't be concerned about that. You know, like, honestly, I love Shenmue, but I know that the money is going towards the game, and the Sony is backing the advertisement of it. It's just good PR for Sony to say, yes, we're behind Shenmue. You know, I think it's the best PR stunt you could ever do.
Pretty much.
As a company.
I mean, when they got on stage, right, they were just going, hey, you know, guys, here's a Kickstarter. They weren't actually saying, we're making this game. This is really us. This is our responsibility as fans. I mean, when these games came out, you know what I mean? This was the reason to own a Dreamcast.
So, yeah, for sure. A lot of people talked about it. For the first game, cost $47 million. That's just a figure that's out there. It's probably in that zone, but you have to remember the time when it came out, the development with the new technology and all that, the new engine they had for this, it probably did cost $47 million. But
I mean, now, right, it's being developed on the Unreal 3 engine, which is a free engine, all right? Sorry, Unreal 4.
Yeah, Unreal 4, yeah.
Whatever, it's a new engine, but it's a free one that Unreal makes, so we don't really have to worry about those costs. When they made Shenmue originally, it was for Saturn, right? And they were making all that technology from scratch. The original game was using, when the one that actually came out on Dreamcast was using meteorological data from the region in Japan where it came out. So if you were playing at a specific time, like, there are sequences in the game.
I didn't even know that.
Well, think about it this way. There are sequences in this game where you and I would have been playing where we would have seen completely different weather. It might have been snow.
Oh, I know about that. I knew the dynamic weather system. I just didn't know they was mapping it to...
That's exactly what it was,
wild,
right?
Yeah.
That's where the money went on that game.
Yeah, and as you said, on the Saturn, it was being developed on the Saturn, and then they, like, scrapped it because they're like, wait a second, we're doing the Dreamcast, let's upgrade this. That's a lot of development cost right there, then an upgrade cost, then thinking about making the second and third game, and I heard they were working on the third game. They were just in the planning stages of that as well. So please continue to back the Kickstarter. Don't be all like, oh my god, Sony's doing it, we don't have to do it. No, as fans, we need to back the Kickstarter. It's a wonderful thing to do. This is the kind of game that we need a sequel to, and something that I'm really, really passionate about, and a lot of Shenmue fans are out there, especially Shenmue Dojo, all the people out there. My god, the greatest fans on the planet, so passionate, so intense. all they want to see is the third game get made to the best of its ability. You know, up there with Bloodstained, if not surpassing Bloodstained, and we just want to see it continue on a little bit.
I'd love to see it. I mean, not that I think Bloodstained's bad. Just to surpass Bloodstained would be insane, guys. I mean, this game does not have the same fan base that game
Castlevania has. Yeah,
right? But it could do it. There's a chance.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
I mean, I've been paying attention to a new Shenmue game coming out for years. I remember when they announced the mobile games, and they never brought them over here.
Oh, yeah.
There was Shenmue Online.
Shenmue City.
Shenmue City.
Yeah,
There's all these games they wanted to do, and there was this struggle to make another entry in the series just to recaptivate that audience and get them excited again. But it just never came. And today, like, when Sony did that announcement, blew me away. It was insane. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, I'm still out here in Ontario, away from my home in Vancouver, but I saw the Kickstarter, and it was so funny. I just started getting a tear in my eye, and Kim sitting next to me, and she's like, "Oh, you're getting excited? You're like, oh, this is so cute. You're getting excited about a game." I'm like, "Please don't kill my moment." I felt like a little kid, like, "Oh, you like this, you know, this new show that's on TV? That's so cute." I'm like, "This is the biggest deal ever in games," and I had to run down to the basement in my mom's place with all my nephew's toys all over and do my reaction, and it was just. That was a crazy thing I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
I mean, it was insane. I remember I ran upstairs and I woke up my wife, who was just
like, you woke her up?
Yeah, because it's like it's Shenmue 3. How often does that happen?
Yeah, you're like, dude, it's Shenmue 3, and
right?
she's like, yeah, okay, fuck, get the fuck out of here, you nut job.
But how often does that happen? This is insane.
I know.
This game should not have a part 3. This is impossible, and we're gonna get one.
I know.
And not only, and it might, you know what? Maybe the Kickstarter wasn't a success that first night, but as soon as I woke up, it was funded.
Yeah, it was going in that direction. There's like, and the momentum's still going there, and all we're here to say is that, don't believe all the negativity that's out there. Seeing this, all the websites are like cashing in, going, oh my god, no, the game's being funded by Sony. It's fucking not.
Yeah.
They're doing the advertisements. It's good PR for them.
That's all it is.
You know what? Go on.
We need that. Like, look, Sega didn't really do the greatest of jobs marketing this thing initially. You know, they had problems getting it out there.
Well, it was like, I don't think they knew how to do it. It was such a unique, brand new game. You know what I mean?
How do you tell people everything that this game did at the time? It was remarkable. So now we're in a time when engines are far more surpassed and aggressive and more complex, but they are easier to design for, and we can see this working really well. More like number one, right? Yeah. We can see a game like this working now on a modern system, and it'll be great. And
wonderful seeing
personally, physical copy. Right?
Yeah. Well,
I would love to see that.
I don't know if we're going to get to that point. They'll say, we'll announce it if we get to a certain amount of money. But if you check on the Kickstarter page, you go all the way to the bottom, it pretty much says not really going to happen.
Yeah, but look, if the digital copy does well enough, look at Retro City Rampage and all those other games that are independently done. They got physical releases. Retro City Rampage got a release on PlayStation Vita, of all things.
Yeah,
so I think we could see something like this happen, I mean, Sony needs to make lots of money. And right now, with the PlayStation 4, and I know a lot of people might be a little bit upset that it didn't reach Xbox One because they may have played this release originally. But when you think about it, right, there's more people out there that own a PlayStation 4 than an Xbox One or a Wii U right now. So it makes sense to have this on the platform where it's going to sell the most and really do the best.
To be honest, I don't care what system it's on, as long as it fucking comes out, and it's coming out, it's got funded, we are getting Shenmue, but let's make it the best and biggest Shenmue we possibly can. That's the main thing. And also, I think we're getting to the end of the video here, but definitely check out Shane's channel down below, Re-Res. He has a whole bunch of incredible, look at the production value. It's fantastic. Check out his videos. I think you'll, really love them. Subscribe. It's only a good thing. Look at the Snatcher shirt.
I made this.
And he made it. That's pretty cool. I love it. So thanks so much for having me on.
Thanks for being here, man.
Absolutely. Fun Shenmue, absolutely. So anyways, guys, until next time.